Hey guys, this is Gabriel and Christina, the Zachary duo, and today we're going to be talking about our experience first day in Champions Real Estate School. So it's been a very, very long day. In fact, one of the longest we've had so far, actually. I can't believe we're sitting down and doing this.
I don't even know why we're vlogging right now.
This is how committed we are, you guys, seriously, because it's been a freaking long day. We started by waking up at 4:30 in the morning, a little bit before 4:30 in the morning. We got up and we went to the gym, and then we came back, got ready, and we set out to school.
Yeah, we headed out to school. I forgot my ID, had to come back here, but we left actually pretty early. We had a good amount of time. We weren't rushing, so thank goodness for that.
Waking up early makes a difference.
Yeah. And we thought we would have to leave early because of traffic.
The traffic was okay.
No, traffic was actually really good, but being prepared for that led us to being able to come back and get my ID.
Prior preparation prevents
proper preparation equals proper performance.
5 P's.
No.
Prevents, whatever, promotes, whatever you want to say. Anyway. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. There's no equals, it's 5 P's. That's an E. Equals is
I know, that's what I'm saying. Pep.
Which is better, you guys? 5 P's or pep? Leave a comment below. All right. So we came back. We got the ID. Went back to Champions. Got in class. Actually, one thing that is good about COVID is that the class is not packed. We were 23 students, and I know that because we were passing the attendance. Versus the instructor was actually talking about, like, before COVID, the classroom used to have like 75 people sometimes crammed into that classroom. Can you imagine?
I didn't hear that part today.
Yeah, like he was talking to one of the students and he mentioned that before COVID it used to be cramped. So that was awesome. The class was calm. It was chill. There was enough space between everybody. You can focus. So it wasn't actually a bad thing. One good thing from COVID, I suppose. So that was one of the first impressions. We went, sat down, like the chairs were already set 6 feet apart. Of course, we didn't have to be that far apart.
Yeah.
Took out our stuff, got ready. Professor came in. Introduced himself, and we made another video about why we chose Champions, and today, honestly, that really kind of
solidified our choice.
It hit home right from the start. He goes in, he starts talking about his credentials, and we're like, okay, that guy knows what he's talking about. Right? He's been in this industry for like 20 years. 19 years, and then he also started talking about the market and giving us the actual stats and facts of today's market, which is really nice. So he knows exactly what he's talking about. And while we were going through the book, oh, by the way, today we were studying Law of Agency. Law of Agency. All right. So anyway, while we were going through the book, he was like explaining things, telling us to highlight the important stuff, the stuff that we need to study and all of that stuff. What I really loved is that he would pause every now and then, and he would go on a little rant that was a welcome rant, by the way, because going through the book and that can get tiresome. But that rant was full of insight from stuff that you would actually end up doing on the job, like situations, for example, like with open contracts, what might happen, certain situations that he ran through or he heard about with people that had open contracts. Or to
avoid, this is how I would handle this, this is how I would handle that, this is how, if you run into this, if you're going through the contract and you run into this is what I would say. So he kind of just gave little tidbits on how he's successful and what he does
Yeah.
that works for him.
So, like, I found myself like opening my notebook and creating a section, especially like a special section for insights, you know, like, and I started taking notes on just the insights that he would be saying, and I have a feeling that those insights are going to come pretty handy once we start our own business. Some of them were stuff that you would never think about at all, you know. I can give you some examples. Continue talking while I look through my examples.
Or like, for instance, he said something that I forgot when I was buying the second house that I own. He said a story of something that you could do to convince a seller for you to buy their house if they have multiple offers on the table, is that you could write a personal letter as to why you want to buy that house. And that's something that I did a while ago to convince, and we actually got our offer chosen because we wrote a personal letter. And that was just something that clicked, and I completely forgot about the experience.
Another thing that he mentioned is that a lot of agents run through is that their clients, especially when they're listing agent, meaning that
you don't have to explain listing agent.
Okay, if you don't know what listing agent is, Google it, because she wouldn't allow me to tell you what listing agent is. But anyway, when you're the listing agent, a lot of your clients might feel like you haven't done anything at all. You know, like you come, you attend the listing interview or the meeting, you sign the contract, you disappear, you come back. When the contract is being signed, and the house is sold, and you just get your commission. And a lot of clients feel they've been robbed. Like, what exactly did you do for me to deserve that commission? And he made it a point to explain or to let us know that it's very important for us as agents to be in contact with our clients.
To update them.
Every day, every update, everything that happens, not necessarily every day, but...
No, he does it every Monday. If their house is under contract or if it's still listed, he makes sure, weekly updates. Weekly
update. If anything major happens, you pick up the phone and you let the client know what's happening. You have to show them that you are working for them. You are doing stuff for the house to be sold. Otherwise, the time will come when the house is actually sold thanks to you, and the client would be none the wiser because they don't know about that stuff. You know, another thing that he mentioned is that when during license renewals, a lot of people or agents don't take it seriously, and they just go and they sleep
or
through
they
the
take their basic certifications.
Yeah, they do the basic certifications again, or something that they've already done. However, he said it's important as an agent to also continue your education. That helps you to become better and more knowledgeable agent, such as taking an appraisal course, which might not be necessary at all. But however, if you do take an appraiser's course as a real estate agent, now you start understanding what the appraisers
you gain extra knowledge.
Yeah, you start looking at what they're looking at. You start looking at how they calculate the value of a home. So this way, next time you're sitting with a client or you go to a listing, you can look around and you have a better idea about what you're talking about. So that was very insightful as well. I found that very insightful. I have a few nuggets here, but I'm going to keep those for myself. You know, we don't want to share everything at this point. But anyway, all in all,
it was a long day.
It was a long day, but my experience was I felt like we definitely got our money's worth, at least for now, with this first class. So it was just the first class. Tomorrow we have the second class, and then we have the exam right away for the law of agency. And based on the feedback that we heard from other students that this wasn't their first class, they said that law of agency tends to be one of the hardest classes, if not the hardest. So we're starting with the hardest one, because I suppose not a bad thing.
Great! Woo! Really looking forward to tomorrow.
So
and we also heard that to read the question, like, if you don't really understand it, like, read the question at least 3 to 4 times and then answer it.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the answer right away, eliminate the options that you know for sure aren't the answer and then take your best guess.
Yeah, because there's a lot of jargon, and a lot of jargon might sound very close, so it's very easy to miss. And also, there's certain
Keywords.
Yeah.
Which of these is not this, this, or like something blank blank customer versus something blank blank client. So you have to.
And also
Stuff like that.
Sometimes the state will be different than the national. The national might be so and so might be legal, but the state, not that it's not legal, that's not the right practice. In the state, this is what the state of, for example, Texas does, right? However.
Oh, you're talking about the dual agency, like it's illegal to do it in Texas, but it's in national or like other states it's legal.
Technically speaking, it's not illegal.
No, it is illegal in Texas.
It's not the practice. Track doesn't allow it. So it's not allowed. It's not illegal because nationally it's legal.
No, it's illegal in Texas.
Was that the case?
Yeah, but nationally it's.
I honestly understood that it's not practiced in Texas. That's not the right thing to do in Texas.
No, you can't do it in Texas.
Fair enough. I'm not a lawyer. So I'll take her word because she's a lawyer. But I guess we're both saying the same thing. What you cannot do in Texas,
pretty much.
you can do
Semantics.
national. So if you're taking the national exam and if they say, hey, is dual agency legal? And you say no because you're thinking what you learned in Texas, that's wrong.
That doesn't apply to all the other states.
Because it is legal nationally. Therefore, they're not going to be thinking about, oh, is it legal in Texas or Oklahoma or California? No, they're just thinking about nationally. So these are some insights from our first day specific to law of agency. It was intense. We met a bunch of people over there. People were very friendly. We actually got a card from someone who does
home staging.
So that was interesting. And we left. Actually, throughout the day, we were super exhausted. We were supposed to do some more vlogging and taking pictures. Unfortunately, we didn't have the time to do that, so we're going to try and make up for that tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit more time.
Honestly, and being transparent, we had a rough morning.
We did.
We did. Not the best. Not our best morning.
No. And for the couples out there, hey. What you see on the camera, what you see on Instagram is not always reality. You know, sometimes we do fight, sometimes we do get at each other's necks. But what makes all the difference is that we do our best to find our way back together to each other.
Well, if we're gonna put some comedy to it or something, like we went to the gym and we had a good morning, and then on the way from the gym to home, we had a little disagreement about something. Not even really disagreement. It's just like a little. And it's the gym is not that far from home. It's literally like 10 minutes. So within like 3 minutes in the car on the way home, and stuff like that. But we both knew like today is school. We have to be there at a certain time. We have to get ready. So we're. We get home and then we're just like, but we're like doing what we need to do in order to like to get ready for school. And then when we're talking to each other, it's like, oh, did you do this for me? Yes. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. And it's just like back and forth. And then we're like in the car, and then it's like I forget my ID, and we're like, come with me, and we did what we had to do, even in the midst of like we stuck to the goal, we stuck to the plan, the best that we could.
There was a lot of tension, definitely, but like I said, it's very important that you just put your ego aside, and look at what needs to be done and what are your goals in the end of the day. Are my goals to just fight or to prove my point right or to destroy what I have? No. Like my goals are to be happy and to be in this relationship and to make this work. So how can I make that work? Okay, so rather than looking at what frustrates me, let's look at divert that energy into, okay, what are the obstacles that we're currently having towards or on the way towards having what we want?
And we both, at lunchtime, right before we started school, I know him and I both didn't want to go into school with this negative energy. So we did kind of make up in the car before we even went into school, just kind of like settled things a little bit, and then
Words of confirmation.
yeah,
I'm on your side.
reassurance and
We're a
stuff.
team.
And then when we had lunchtime, we were both able to kind of just sit next to each other, talk about, hey, this is why I did what I did, or this is okay. I see a I see your point. Maybe next time we do this, and so.
Can you help me with that? I'm having difficulties in this. It's harder for me to say these things. It's hard for me to hear these things. Can you say things in a different way, or can you be there for me in that capacity? So there are ways. Maybe one day we should start a channel about like how to make a relationship work, but let's see if we're gonna last that long. Okay, we want to be experts at it first.
Well,
That's I love you too. So that's not what this vlog is about. So let's focus. So your editing is not
overall, if you're a couple, you're gonna have days where it's difficult, and we're not even agents yet, and we're just in school, and we had our first day of school. We're expecting it to be like woohoo, yeah, and it wasn't. So all expectations, don't set yourself too high for expectations. If you have a bad day, you work through it and talk about it.
Exactly, and
Stick to the goal
and keep going. If anything, it's grit that makes success in anything, in relationships and work or anything. Just keep going. Don't give up. That's what we keep on telling ourselves. And it's not easy. It's difficult. It's very difficult. And that's why we're doing the whole vlog thing, because all we see, in fact, on Instagram are successful people, great couples, great agents.
They're happy all the time. Oh my God, I just made all this money. And
it's not.
We had a wonderful morning, and it's like we did, but we didn't. Is it?
Well, there were ups, there were downs.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the downs. You get to see us sitting here talking about everything that is awesome, but we're also trying to mention that it's not always awesome, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Your life is fine. Your life is what you make it. You will have bad moments. You will have down times. Push through. Believe that there's going to be another high point. So just keep pushing until the next high point. Don't give up.
No.
Good. Neither am I. All right, so back to our day. We finished school. We were super exhausted. We went to HEB, got a few things, dinner. No one was gonna cook, meaning me. I wasn't gonna cook. So we got some food, came here. Because she's amazing, right? Right after we finished eating, got the books out, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna study." She's like. I look at her, I'm like, you must be kidding me. You must be kidding. I can't do it. I can't. I stayed in class for 8 hours, and I'm like, I'm done. I need to zone off. Anyway, we ended up taking a nap for I think an hour.
I had a headache after such a long day.
She did.
And he was sick over the weekend, and I feel like it's slowly creeping up on me. I'm trying my best to avoid it, so there's that.
So yeah, we took a nap for 2 hours, I think. Good 2 hours.
Babe, no.
No, it was
45 minutes.
No, it was 6:30 or 7.
You set Alexa to set the alarm for 45 minutes.
Yeah, but we didn't get up right after the alarm. We ignored it and we slept a little bit more. Yeah, because when we went to bed, it was 6:30 or 7, and now it's 9:30. So we slept for a good 2 hours, and then we got up. We set up all of this, made some tea. We're about to make a post on Instagram, and then now we're gonna sit and study for a couple of hours.
I'm gonna take my book to the gym tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do.
She's gonna study without me. What a traitor. Anyway, so we'll study for a few hours, hit the sack, wake up early, go to the gym again.
We want to go to bed by 10.
No, we said 9:30, but we took 2 hours nap, so we can study for a couple hours.
I'm going to bed soon.
Well, she'll go to bed, I'll study, and then she can study at the gym. I don't know how she's gonna study at the gym, but good luck with that. But anyway, that's our first day at Champions and our first experience. Anything?
Are you nervous for the test tomorrow?
I am nervous just because it's the first test that we take, so I still don't know exactly how it's going to look like. But I feel like after this test, I'm gonna be okay, that's how it works, So I'm not gonna be that nervous. But The professor again was really, he was awesome. He was very reassuring. He was like, we're gonna do 2 reviews before the exam tomorrow, so we'll be ready. He just asked us to study the things that we highlighted today, which are not little, but we'll go over it. We'll make sure we understand them. We'll test each other on them, and that will be okay.
Oh, don't test me. I'm tired.
You're always testing me. Anyway, so guys, if you are enjoying these vlogs so far, give us your feedback, leave a comment, tell us what you would like to hear us talk about more. If you have any questions, let us know. We would love to answer those, or at least try and get you the information. If you would like us to focus more on champions, or on our interviews, or on our life, or whatever you guys want to know more about, this is happening as we post. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Go ahead and send us friend requests if you want. We're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to do so, and we are happy to make any kind of connections and friends.
Did you say like and subscribe?
Like, subscribe, and click on the bell thing so you can get notifications of future videos. That would be awesome. And
I'm ready to call it a night.
so am I. Bye.